Broadcasting live from Hiestand Park on the east side of sunny Madison, Wisconsin. It's the last show on Earth with Nate Chapo. Tonight, we meet my brother out on the links. Special guest, Roger Tinkle. But now, the man who believes a Frisbee is a flat circle, the last host on Earth, Nate Chapo.
Hello, birdies and bogeys, and welcome to the spinning disc of the entertainment world. Hang on, I guess that would be a record, technically, or a DVD, or a laser disc, or Blu-ray. Anyways, welcome to the hole-in-fun of internet television, the last show on Earth. We are out here on my favorite Frisbee Golf course, Hiestand Park. It's my favorite because it's the one that I'm the best at. Most of my favorite things are the ones that I'm the best at, especially if they're cheap. More like me that way. I'm out here on this terribly muggy day. Remember, it's not the heat, it's the humanity. Oh, the humanity. I'm out here for the love of the game. And that game has many names. Disc golf, Frisbee golf, froth. I guess it just has those three names. And the way you play is that you throw one of these Frisbees into one of these baskets. If that sounds dumb to you, well, maybe look at all the other sports, because they're all dumb. And B, who cares? So, just like in ball golf, as we call it, the point is to get the Frisbee in the basket in as few throws as possible. Which is why I was drawn to this sport, I think, the inherent laziness of it. Here, accomplish this fun task with as little effort as possible. My kind of sport. Oh, and it's free? Oh, and you can do it by yourself. Most frolfers, I hate that term, by the way, it's my least favorite term. It sounds ridiculous. Froth? I prefer the term Grisbee. What do you think? Sound good? I'm just kidding. I usually call it disc golf because I refuse to call it Frisbee golf because the Whammo Corporation refuses to sponsor us no matter how many threats or requests I make. I'll just call it Kleenex Band-Aid. What? Those two, huh? Anyways, most Grisbers, yeah, that might catch on. Most Grisbers carry a bag of discs. Each disc has a different purpose. Some hook more than others, some are more stable, some are for distance, some are for putting. I just realized that putting and pudding are the same word, which makes sense since putting is really just putting the Frisbee in the basket. And you can eat pudding out of a basket too if you wanted. I'd be afraid it would leak out all the woven. Maybe I'm not putting enough faith in the basket weaving community. That's on me. Sorry about that. So go ahead and put your pudding in whatever receptacle you want. Anyways, I only carry one disc. It's a Innova Shark. It's a mid-range disc, which means that it doesn't go quite as far as the other distance drivers, but it also doesn't go as far into the woods when I mess up. I used to carry more discs, but then I realized that maybe I don't need all those fancy discs. I realized that consistency was more important. And I realized that I had left all of those other discs somewhere because I'm very forgetful. So here I am, the one disc wonder. That's what they call me here in the circuit. Oh, shoot, I almost forgot about Johnny. Okay, so, as you know, we've launched a campaign to get William Zabka, the actor who played the Karate Kid villain Johnny in Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, to come on and guest host the show in a segment we like to call Johnny Please. Hey, Johnny, how are you? I am fine. We need you, pal. There's a very good chance that I'm going to be on the Frisbee professional tour this winter, and I can't host a show from out on a Frisbee golf course. I guess maybe I can. I'm doing it right now. But still, Johnny, please. Did I make it? You'll never know, because I will edit the sound in of it going into the basket. Yes! and get ready to edit the sounds going into your brain basket because it's time for your morning affirmation.
I'm security guard Carl Lewis with today's morning affirmation.
If you're feeling down, just wait till you get out there. It's gonna be brutal.
Welcome to My Week in Review. I'm Nate Chappell, and this is my week. On Sunday, I realized that Stevie Wonder is short for Stephen Wonderful, and long for Steve-Wo, I guess. On Monday night, I told a story about my ancient cat Virginia on the Moth Story Slam storytelling competition. I scored a 9.5, a 9.2, and an 8.7, which roughly adds up to Virg's age. You do the math. While shooting this episode, Johnny lost a disc, Roger lost a pint of blood to the mosquitoes, and I lost a gallon of sweat to the sweat. But we won is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. I think I have sunstroke, you guys. That's My Week in Review. I'm Nate Chappell saying my week was better than your week. Where to go?
Wolfout Television presents Eddie, the world's first ever live claymation television show. Watch the magic as it happens, live. Eddie's one cool cat. I've heard he can be a bit catty, but Eddie says he's just misunderstood. One thing's for sure, this kitten likes to scratch. Eddie. Series premiere Saturday, July 19th, 8 p.m. to Tuesday, July 22nd, 4 p.m. Only on Wolfout Television.
The Last Show on Earth. We're a semi-fictional comedy talk show. You know, now that I say it out loud, it seems a little on the nose. Hey, good luck, pal.
Thanks. You too.
You're gonna need it.
Really? Are you trash talking over Frisbee Golf right now?
Yeah, you bet your ass I am. I'm just trying to get that competitive edge, you know? Get inside your head.
Well, it really goes against the spirit of Frisbee Golf.
Please, call it Grisbee. I think it's gonna catch on.
Okay, against the spirit of Grisbee.
Does it, though? Did you know the Frisbee was originally conceived as a weapon?
Really?
Yeah. Around 200 BC, that's before Cripes, a small group of warlords in eastern Macedonia was looking for a new weapon for their foot soldiers. They had historically fought using what are called bastard swords. Have you ever heard of those? They're the wiggly ones, so they really mess up your guts. Well, all of their foes started using bows and arrows, so they couldn't really get in close enough to be stabby, you know? And of course, the Macedonians were a vegan people, so they couldn't use deer intestine to make the bow. So instead, they had to think of some other solution, like a more humane solution. The land around their main village was visited twice a year by migrating bison. They would come through in the spring and fall, and in their wake, they left a lot of bullshit. Literally, so much bison scat. These big round patties. As a part of their vernal and autumnal celebrations, they would have contests to see who could throw them the furthest.
These discs were integral to the Macedonians' victory over the Shou dynasty, a victory which eventually led to the reign over the entire region, a reign that still lasts to this very day.
So actually, Frisbee is a Macedonian word that means bison shit.
Is that true?
No,
None of it.
none of it.
Then why did you waste so much of my time?
To get inside your head, man. Good game, pal.
Welcome back to episode Frisbee of The Last Show on Earth. I'm joined tonight by our very special guest. He's a Frisbee commentator, and his name is Roger Tinkle. Thank you, Roger, for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, tell me, how did you get into Frisbee commentating?
Well, I love to talk. I love Frisbee courses because you can usually camp there for free.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a pretty simple story. I understand that your brother is actually our announcer, Randy. Is that true?
That's true.
So, what was he like as a kid?
He never played Frisbee.
We wanted to see Roger at work, so we asked him to give us a little sample of what he's got.
And Nate Chappell here to save par on the 11th hole. As the course is playing very fast today, it definitely suits his aggressive style. We'll see if he can avoid the epic meltdown that he had at the Greater Toledo Open in 2012. Although he is sort of prone to choke, just as he did.
You're a little close here, Roger. Do you think you could maybe just go a little further away?
Sorry. Little known fact about Nate Chappell, he was once 6'3" tall, and he's allergic to shrimp. We're out here on the 10th fairway, where Nate Chappell has managed to get himself stuck in a tree. That's one of the hazards of the style of game that he plays: aggressive, reckless, even foolish at times. If you're wondering, Nate throws left-handed because he is left-handed. Let's see if he can avoid a choke like he did when he asked out Matilda for the prom in 1987. This will definitely hurt his chances, and he may or may not be able to make up for this stroke going into the 11th. This sort of mirrors the terrible performance he had at the Denver Open in 1986. Scottish Frisbee players all throw left-handed with their feet. He's taking a long look at this shot. Looks like he's really feeling the pressure. This is a more difficult shot than it looks like with the pin down and to the left. Boy, he is taking his time. Something you might not know about Frisbee, George Washington used a wooden disc.
That was... Here, I wrote it down on a note for you.
That was terrible. This is libel.
Oh, so take me to court.
What court?
Nate Court!
What you're about to witness is a TV judge show. The cases are real, the gavel is a croquet mallet, and the judgments are final. Judge Nate is not an actor. They said he didn't have the right look. You be the judge, but not here, because this is Nate Court.
Really, it comes down to one question. And that is, do... Do you have any more water? Thirsty as parch. Alright guys, we're gonna play Flipsy. And Flipsy is of course the game that's like horse, but instead of basketballs we use Frisbees, and instead of basketball hoops we use Frisbee Golf baskets. And instead of the word horse, we play the word flip. That's been our show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Roger Tinkle for coming on the show tonight. You can find him at televised Frisbee Golf discs all over nowhere. Thanks a lot for that. Thanks as always to the 2Q-Man Wrecking Crew, Johnny Fisher and Viv Chappell, and today's special help from Rob Chappell. Tyler Ensrud and Finn Hammond did the music for tonight's show. Look for Tyler on Instagram, he's Ty Slow Down, and look for Finn just sitting under a Frisbee somewhere. I don't even know how he fits, don't worry about it. For more more episodes of this show, go to thelastshowonEarth.org. And for more episodes of our other show, go to wolfout.tv. We are Wolfout TV all over this web we call worldwide. So go ahead and look us up on google.corn. Thanks for watching us tonight, you guys, and remember that we're watching you too. And as Lin-Manuel Miranda always said in the musical Hamilton, "Hi, I'm Hamilton." I haven't seen it yet. Good night. You got it.